Hello everybody, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today in the series of computer science with Python for class 12th, we are going to discuss if conditions. In this lecture, I will explain you what is the conditions, how can we apply different types of condition in our Python programs, how can we represent the conditions with the help of flowchart, and how can we write the program using if statements or if conditions. Everything we are going to discuss in this lecture. Okay, so let's start the conditional statement. First, we will discuss what is the meaning of condition. Condition means creating conditional statements or apply condition on any statement. Suppose you have written any statement and you want to execute that statement according to any condition, then that particular statement is called conditional statements. I mean to say any statements on which you have applied any condition, that is called conditional statement. And in Python, to create any condition, we use the if condition. If is called condition. Okay, it is used to create the condition. I hope you understood the meaning of this one. If is used to create the condition, and with the if we use the relational statements to apply to create the condition, and the statements on which we have applied any condition are called conditional statement. Okay, now let's discuss the types of conditions. How many types of conditions we are going to discuss here? First one is the plain if condition. Second one is the if else condition. Third one is the if elif condition, that is also called else if statement or else if condition. And the last one is the nested if condition. Okay, let's discuss the first part of the condition, if or plain condition. What is the meaning of plain if condition? Okay, plain if condition means there will be only one condition in the statement. Okay, here with the inside of if you can write any relational statements to try to create the condition, and if this condition will be true, then the given statement will execute, otherwise nothing will happen, means the statement will not execute. Okay, let's discuss the flowchart of this if statement. This one is the flowchart. If you don't know the flowchart, what is the flowchart, how can we create the flowchart, don't worry about that. I will make a separate lecture, a separate video on flowchart and algorithm. Clear? And if you know the meaning or purpose or the flowchart, what are the flowcharts, how can we create the flowchart, then it's good. Okay, now, the flowchart, this one is your if condition. Okay, the diamond sign basically represents the condition. Here we can write any condition, means relational statement, and there may be two possibilities. The condition may be true or condition may be false. If the condition is true, then the body of the if will execute, means the statement that you have written inside the if that will execute. If the condition is not true, means in case of false, then the statement will not execute, the control will move out of the if. Okay, I mean to say, suppose you have applied condition on A and B. This one is your relational statement, A is greater than B, and if is used here to create the condition. So there may be two possibilities. The value of A may be greater than the value of B. Clear? If the value of A is greater than the value of B, then the print A means this statement will execute. You will get the out A value of A in your output. Okay. Otherwise, nothing will happen. Okay. So let's discuss with the help of example. Just open the Visual Studio Code. Already I have opened here VS Code, Visual Studio Code, and this one is your Python file. I have created basic program Python. Here we have two variables. We can take two variables. A is equal to int, and we can input the value of A. Input, here you can write enter first value. Okay, and same you can input the value for second variable. This one is your B variable. Okay, now you want to apply the condition of on A and B, means you want to compare the values of A and B. If A is greater than B, you want to print the value of A, otherwise nothing will happen. Okay, so here you can apply the condition. Simply you can write here if, and inside of if you have to write the relation between A and B, means the conditional statement condition will create here, and after that you have to use the colon. Colon is used to create the block. Block means after colon, when you press the enter key, the cursor will be here. It means here you have to write statements that will execute according to this condition. Okay, so simply I can write here print, write here value of A is equal to, write here the variable A. Okay, so what does it means? If the value of A is greater than the value of B, then the statement will print, otherwise nothing will be there. Okay, save the program and let's try it, run the program. Now enter the value of A. Suppose I have entered 12. Enter the value of E. I have entered 5. You will get the answer value of A is equal to 12. Okay. I hope this one is clear for you. Clear how can we apply the plan if statement in our program. Okay. I will run this program again, and this time I will enter the value of A is equal to 5 and value of B is equal to 12. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen means the value of A is not greater than the value of B, means condition is false. So if the condition is false, means the statement will not execute that you have written inside the if in block of if statement, that will not execute. Okay, so it is the use of plan if statement. It is the way to implement plan if statement in our program. I hope you understood this one. Okay, now the second part of if statement is called the if else conditional statement. Means when we write or when we use the else part of if statement, that is called if else statement. I mean to say, as I told you, there may be two possibilities of any conditions. The condition may be true or condition may be false. Let's discuss with the help of flowchart. Condition may be true or condition may be false. If the condition is true, then the given statement will execute. If the condition is false, then it will move on the else part of the condition. Okay. But else means if the condition is false, then the control will move on the else part. Otherwise, control will not move on the else part. Else part will execute when the condition is false. Clear? So remember this thing. Else part, else statement. Suppose the value of A is greater than B, means the condition is true, then the A will be in the output, means you will get the value of A. Otherwise, means the A value of A is not greater than the value of B, then the control will move on the else part. Else part means the value of B will be printed. Okay, so this is the meaning of if else statement. I hope you understood the meaning and the use of if else statement. Okay. Let's move on the Visual Studio Code. Here we will continue the same example. Here we have applied the condition on A and A is greater than B. In else part we can write here print value of V. Sorry, write here value of B is equal to, you can write here B. Okay. So what does it means? It means there is a single condition you have written here if A is greater than B, and there may be two possibilities. The condition may be true or condition may be false. If the condition is true, then this statement will execute. If the condition is false, then the else part will execute, means the control will move on the else statement, and the statement that you have written in else part, that will execute here. Okay, now run the program. Enter the value of A, I can write here 12. Again, enter the value of V, I can write here 4. The output will be 12 because the first condition is true. First if statement is true. Okay, value of A is greater than V, then you will get the value of A in your output. Okay, now again run the program, and this time I will enter value of A is equal to 3 and value of B is equal to 56. So now this time the value of B means the else statement executed, means the value of B you got in your output window, on your output window. Okay, I hope you understood the meaning and the purpose and the use of if else statement. Guys, remember one thing, it's very easy, very simple. Okay, so but practical is very important. So I suggest you to do the practical, to implement, to try if statement with the help of different examples. You can practice on them. It will definitely will help you. Okay, now the third one is the if elif statement. As I told you, it is also called else if statement. Else if statements means when we apply condition in else part, then it is called else if statement. Clear? It is the syntax of the else if statement. Here we have written the first condition if, then the condition 1. If the condition 1 is true, then the statement 1 will execute. Okay, and the control will not move in the next part. Okay, if the condition is not true, then the control will move in the elif part, means else part. Okay, it is called else if. Okay, elif is also called else if. Okay, so if means here you have another condition. Okay, in else part also you have written any condition. Same, the condition may be true or condition may be false. If the condition is true, then the statement 2 will be executed. Otherwise, the control will move on the next elif part if you have written. Okay. So it is the sequence to execute the elif statements or else if statements. Let's discuss with the help of flowchart. This one is the flowchart. This one is your first if condition, and there may be two possibilities. Condition may be true or condition may be false. If condition is true, then the if code will execute, means the statement 1 will be executed. Okay. If the condition is false, means then in that case the control will move in the elif part, and in elif part again you have applied any condition. Clear? So if that particular condition will be true, then the next statement will execute. Otherwise, the in case of false statement, the control will move on the next statement. Okay. So it is the execution of if elif statement. Elif means when we apply the condition in the else part, and I told you. Let's discuss with the help of example. This one is your example, and three variables are there, A, B, and C, and you want to compare them. Okay. If A is greater than B and A is greater than C, there are two relations, A is greater than B and A is greater than C. Clear? So if both of the relations are true, means both of the conditions are true, then the print statement A will be printed, means the value first statement will execute. If this condition is not true, if this condition is not true, then control will move in the elif part, and here again you have written another condition. Same, if the condition will be true, then the next statement will execute. Otherwise, the control will move on the next part. Okay. So it is the execution of the elif statement or else if statement. Let's discuss with the help of example. Okay. We can take three variables here, A, B, and C. Let's input the value of A, B, and C. Clear? A, B, and C. Now enter the, I can write here, enter the first value. Then here I can write here, enter the second value, and enter the third value. Okay. A, B, and C, three variables we have, and we can enter three values. Now to apply the condition, okay, we can write here A is greater than B and A is greater than C. Clear? Print, you can write here your statement. You want to print the value of A. Okay, value of A, and print the value of A here. Okay, same, we can write here the elif part. As I told you, elif part, again you have to write the another condition for B. B is greater than A and B is greater than C. Clear? And here you want to print the value of B. So simply write here value of B, then print the V variable. Okay. Otherwise, you want to print the value of C. Else statement, right here, print value of C and print here C. Okay. So let me first explain it, then I will run it. Okay. In this program, we are entering the value of three variables. We will input the value of three variables A, B, and C, and we want to compare. We want to print the greatest number among these three variables. Okay. So first we will compare A with B and C. Okay. If A is greater than B, this one is your first condition, and if A is greater than C, this one is your second condition, means second relation in the first condition. Okay. This one is your first condition. Clear? If this condition is true, means the value of A is greater than B and the value of A is greater than C, then the print means the first statement will be printed, means you will get the value of A. Okay. Otherwise, it means if this condition is not true, if this condition is not true, means A is greater than B, but A is not greater than C, means condition false. Okay. Okay, if this condition is false, then control will move in the if part, means else part, and in this part again we have applied another condition on B variable. B is greater than A and B is greater than C, means if B is greater than A and C, then this condition will be true, and if this condition will be true, then you will get the output, you will get the value of B on the output, means this statement will execute. Otherwise, it will move on the else part. Okay, if this condition is also not true, the else if condition is also not true, then the control will move in the else part, and else part you have not applied any condition, you have not written any condition, means without any condition the third statement, that means the value of C will be printed. Okay, so it is the process, and it is the execution of elif statement. Let's save the program and run the program. Okay, run the program. Now we have to enter the value of A. Suppose I have entered the value of A 12, value of B I have entered the 5, value of C I have entered 6. Okay, so now the value of A has printed, means the first condition is true. The value of a is greater than b, 12 is greater than 5 and 12 is greater than 6 means the value of a has printed here. Clear means the first condition is true. Now again run the program and this time I will enter the value of a is 5, value of b is 23 and value of c is 7. Okay, so it means the value of b is greater than the value of a and the greater than the value of c means we will get the b in output. Okay, means the second if statement is true means this is condition is true, so this statement has executed. Okay, next time what exactly I am going to do? I am going to do here the value of a is no, sorry, here I have right the value of a is 12, value of b is 56 and value of c is 90. In this case the first condition is also true, false, second condition is also false, so the control will move in the else part, and in else part we have written the value of c, so we got here the value of c in on our output. Okay, clear? So I have understood the execution of if elif statement. How can we write the if elif conditions, if elif statement in a Python program? Okay, if you have any other question, any doubt related to conditional statement, please write in the comments box and like the video, subscribe the channel. Okay. Now let's move on the next part of the conditional statement, that is called the nested if condition. Okay. So what is the exact meaning of nested condition? Nested condition means nested if. When we write condition within condition, then it is called nested condition. Okay, condition inside the condition, if inside the if, it is called the nested if or nested condition. Okay, what is the flowchart of nested if? This one is the flowchart of nested if. This one is the your first condition. There may be two possibilities. The first condition may be true and the first condition may be false. Okay. If the first condition is true, then the control will move on the second condition that we have written inside the first condition. Okay. Remember this thing, listen carefully. If the first condition is true, then the control will move on the second condition that we have written inside the first condition. Okay, this one is your first condition. If this condition is true, then the control will move on the second condition that is inside the if statement, that is inside the if condition, first if condition. Okay, so this condition, such type of statement, such type of if conditions are called nested if conditions. Okay, condition within condition. Okay, now if the second condition is true, means the nested condition is true. So nested condition is true means the related statement, nested true statement will execute. If the condition is false, then the false statement will execute. Okay. Now let's move again on the first condition. If the first condition is false, then it will move on the another condition that you have written in the else part of the first if statement. Okay, so it is the else part of the first if statement. Okay, it is the else part of the first if statement. If the first if statement is false, then the control will move on the else part of the first statement. And if you have written any condition here, same as I explained you here, the control will move according to the conditions. Okay, let's discuss with the help of example. Okay, it is the best example to understand the nested if condition. This one is your first condition. We have applied on a, b and c. Clear? If a is greater than b and a is greater than c, if this condition is true, then the control will move inside the if statement. It will print the value of a, and it will check the nested condition that we have written inside the first condition. Okay, b is greater than c. If this condition is true, then the statement will execute here. Okay, let's implement the programming part of this one. Okay, I will continue the same example here. If a is greater than b and a is greater than c, then the little statement will execute, and I can write here the another condition for b. If b is greater than c, this one is your first nested condition. Here I can print the value of b. Clear? So I can write here value of b, in bracket I can write here second number. Okay, so right here we can write the value of b. Clear? Okay. So this one is your else condition. This one is your sorry, nested condition. If this condition is true, then control will check, move on the nested condition, and according to the condition, it will execute this statement. It is called the nested statement. I can write the else part of this one. Also, we can write here, apply the else part in the nested if also. Let me copy this one. I can write here the value of C. Okay. So this one is your first condition. If the condition is true, clear, then this statement will execute the nested if condition will also be checked and control will move on the nested condition. If this condition is not true, then the control will move on the else part of the first if statement. Okay. I'm not going to write the complete program. It's your homework to complete this program and write in the comments box. Okay. I will check that and I will answer you. I will reply you. Okay. Clear. Let me run the program. Clear. Let me run the program here. Again, we have to enter the value of A, B, and C. So this time I am entering the value of A is 12, value of B is 5, and the value of C is 3. Okay. A is greater than B and A is greater than C means the first condition will be true. Clear. Then the control will move on the second condition. B is greater than C. It will check the value of B and C. Clear. If the value of B is greater than C, then it will print the second number. Otherwise, it will print the else part. Again, sorry, it's my mistake. I should write here the third number, but it's okay. Okay, second. Sorry, it's correct. Not wrong. It's correct. Okay, okay. Now press enter key. You will get the output. Value of A is 12, and the second value of B is 5. Okay, means the nested condition is also true, so it has printed the value of B. I hope you understood the use of nested if. How can we apply the nested condition in our program? How can we apply the nested if condition in our program? That you understood this one. Okay. Okay, so please write in the comments box if you have any doubt, any query related to this topic. Take care. Bye bye.